everyone, and welcome to my Rock Island model railroad layout. Although I modeled the Rock Island, I've never met a railroad or a train that I didn't like. I currently live in Texas, but I grew up in Iowa in the 1960s, and during that decade there were 5 Class 1 mainline railroads that crossed the state from east to west. You had the Illinois Central, the Chicago Northwestern Railway, the Milwaukee Road, the Rock Island, and the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy. Iowa also had the distinction of being the home state to the headquarters of the Chicago Great Western Railroad, which was located in Owine, Iowa. As a tribute to the great state of Iowa and the fallen flag railroads that operated in that state in the 1960s, we're going to operate a train from each of these railroads and check them out on the layout. Let's get started. Alright, so we're up here looking at the 5 trains, actually 6 trains up here in the train room that are operating. First one we've got is the Illinois Central. We've got 2 Jeep 7s and 3 Jeep 9s pulling a freight train here. So we'll just take a look at this freight. Got a little bit of meat on the head end and the 3 reefers. High cube boxcar there. Those were used for appliances, primarily things like refrigerators, that kind of thing. Empty bi-level auto rack on the rear, and bringing up the end of the train is the caboose. So the IC freight train, he's just heading into the helix, so we'll let him run down the helix and go look for another train here. Okay, the second one that I found here is the CB&Q. It's going through Des Moines, Iowa right now. So the CB&Q freight train is led by a U-25B, and then there's 2 GP-20s and a GP-30. Right behind the locomotives are 3 whale belly cement hoppers. Let's go find another train. It's like up on top here we've got the C&NW, led by 2 SD7s, number 301 and 300. These SD7s were former M & St. L engines, Minneapolis and St. Louis. The M & St. L was acquired by the C&NW in 1960. And then, of course, the engines were repainted into the C&NW scheme. Bringing up the rear is the bay window caboose on the C&NW freight. See where else we've got another train running. There goes our, that's our CB&Q train that we just looked at. Alright. It's Rock Island passenger train on top. We'll come back to that here in a minute. But let's take a look at the Milwaukee Road freight train. So this Milwaukee Road freight train is led by 2 FP45s. Now these were acquired by the Milwaukee Road in the late 1960s, I think around 1968, and they were put into passenger service. That's why they're painted in the UP yellow and gray scheme, because they hauled the city's Streamliners passenger trains that ran on the Milwaukee Road and the Union Pacific. So I used a little modeler's license and took the liberty of putting these 2 units on a freight train today. Now, once Amtrak took over passenger service, the Milwaukee Road did convert these engines into freight service. And bringing up the tail end of this freight train is one of the Milwaukee Road horizontal rib cabooses. Right now this freight train is just coming into Trenton, Missouri. We'll soon be passing by one of the local farm scenes. So let's go seek out another train. This is just the freight yard. Not much activity there right now. This is Inver Grove, and down below is Armourdale in Kansas City. Here's the Rock Island passenger train, led by 2 E7s. Got a little bit of head-end traffic, some express mail, baggage car, railway post office car, diner, snack car, and then 3 coaches. This is train number 18, the Plainsman, which operates between Kansas City and Minneapolis-St. Paul. It was discontinued in 1969. And it is the remnant passenger train of what used to be the Twin Star rocket that operated between Minneapolis-St. Paul and Houston, Texas. That Twin Star rocket passenger train service was shortened on its southern terminus from Houston back to Kansas City, and it became the Plainsman, operating just between Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Kansas City. Here we've got the Chicago Great Western freight train with 4 SD40s The Chicago Great Western acquired, I believe it was 9 SD40s in 1966. And bringing up the rear of the Great Western freight train is a bay window caboose.